What's up, guys? It's been a while. Welcome back to the channel. As you may know, I came down with a really bad flu the last week, admitted in the hospital. Now I'm back here and I'm feeling a little bit better, but not 100% yet. But I got to do this review for you guys and I cannot wait to show you. This is the sample production of the Alex Ross inspired Superman in 1/3 scale by Legendary Beast Studios. Let's get into it, man. As you may know, Legendary Beast Studios acquired its own DC license, and Superman here is the first of the line. It also comes in 3 different variants, one being the dark blue, the other one is light blue, and also the black suit. Now, the dark blue and light blue comes in a regular edition and a prestige edition. What are we going to be taking a look at today is the prestige edition of the dark blue. The pre-order price for the Prestige Series 1550 USD, and also it is the made to order at 158, which is not bad. Now it comes in 2 different boxes, one being a pretty big box, the other small one just for the base. So what you get here is 1 theme base, 1 body, 1 cape, 2 different size emblem, and 6 different heads. This head here though is a pre-order bonus. If you pre-order right now, you still can be able to get this. Okay, the base for the Superman, you see it's a round base in copper color, and LBS likes to do the story base all around. In the front here is golden eagle, well, copper eagle, my bad. And it represents justice, like it said here, truth, justice, and better tomorrow. So that's a really nice feel to it. It has some good weight to it as well. Moving on to the side here, you see Jonathan and Martha Kent holding the baby Kent. And this is Superman, of course. And this is Jor-El and Lara holding the baby as well. Superman emblem represent hope. And on the other side here, you got Lois Lane, Supergirl. This is son of Superman, Crypto the dog, Jimmy Olsen, and Superboy here. And on top of the base here, it's just the big daily planet that he's standing on top of. Let's check out the boot. It has a nice little patterns on it, little creases and shadowing on it. I really do like that. I think they did a great job here. Same on this side. And to the leg, it has a really nice muscle tone to it. And the creases in the pants and the pattern does look good throughout. Clean paint as well, man. Like you don't see really anything sloppy, especially around the Speedo over here. And the belt, it is pretty clean too. Continue to the upper body. Still same nice muscle tone here. Big emblem that you have a switch out for. If you kind of like more modern style, here you just use the smaller one. You can tell the difference here. And the classic, you go with the big one. Having this head here, I'm going to switch it back to the big emblem. So that's a little nice switch out it gives. Overall, the skin tone, it does looks okay. A little bit on the yellow side than what I'm liking, but I think this hand does have a little bit more details. But the suit here does look good, muscle tone, everything is pretty nice and clean as well. Here is the back of him without the cape. You can see the muscle tone, more of it, and the spandex here, and even the little stitching seam from the suit, even on the arm here. Looking very nice, man. I kind of like this. Very simple, yet it works. Here is the cape. As you can see, it has a very nice flow to it. Lots of movement. It has 2 different keys that will go on top of the shoulder. And the back here have another yellow emblem, which I think they did an improvement here where you can kind of see the outline of the S. Before, I think it was just yellow. So that is a really nice touch. And when you put it on, just make sure you be careful with this part right here because it's gonna wrap around the leg. Let's go ahead and do that. So being a lightweight, it's very easy to put on. As you can see, this part right here is kind of acting like it's wrapping around the leg, and the flow of the cape does look really nice. I like just the way it's just flowing to one side. Looks really good, man. To complete the look, here is the Alex Ross portrait, one of them anyways. I think this portrait does go with the pose of this Superman nicely. If you are an Alex Ross fan, definitely, man, I think this is the look you gotta go for. Now we're gonna switch it out to another Alex Ross. I think this one does look better because he is looking up. There we go. Just feel more heroic. Let's check out the early bonus head. This is the laser head right here, and it does come with a light up function with a little small watches battery, 3 of them. And here is when you turn on what it looks like. Boom, there we go. And I think every other head here, we have to change the emblem into the small one to make it look better. More modern Superman here. Let's switch it to more modern look. This one kind of gives me the Brandon Routh feel to it. It might go and it might not. Check it out. Here we go. The more modern Superman portrait. This is the same portrait except with beard. It does go better with a black suit, I say, but we're gonna try it out anyways. Here we go. And last, this is the long hair Superman. I do like the scope of the hair. You can see the blue highlight in him. Actually, you can see on all of them, but not sure how this one will look. It's kind of like give me the recovery suit style Superman. Probably still does go better with a black suit here. Let's see which portrait is the best fit for this Superman. To me personally, I think these 2 portraits right here is probably the best fit. And being the Alex Ross inspired Superman anyways, I believe this is a cool portrait, but I don't think you need a light up function anyways. It's kind of hard to get to the battery, and also it uses a little size battery. It's not very convenient. Brandon Routh look just doesn't really go with this. I mean, maybe this one, but the bearded one and the long hair one probably fit better with the black suit Superman. So I think a regular edition size is probably best. I mean, if you're gonna have to choose one, I recommend a regular edition. All right, guys, let's get the measurement going. We'll start with the base with the diameter without the eagle right here. So the length is about 14.5 inches or about 37 centimeters. And from the eagle to the back of the base, it is about 15.5 inches or about 40 centimeters. That's the depth. And the height here, it is around 33 inches or about 84 centimeters. Now with the cape, the length gonna be added, should be here. It's about 18 inches or 46 centimeters in length with the cape. And the depth, okay, with the cape, the depth will become about 18 inches or 46 centimeters. So it doesn't take all that much room. And I think the 1/3 scale here is a good size for the Superman, especially in the museum pose. All right, I got the Prime 1 Superman Hush right here to do the comparison with the LBS, and they are both 1/3 scale. And this is the only comic-based Superman that I have in my collection right now. So here it is, and it seemed kind of like Prime 1 Studio is a lot bigger because of the pose and everything, but I did measure it as Superman is about 193 centimeter tall. So divided by 3, and it's turned out to be about 64 centimeter tall. I measured it, and the LBS is pretty accurate. Prime 1 is a little bit taller just by like 1 to 2 centimeter. That's about it. And for me being a more modern style Superman kind of person, that's just my preference. I kind of like the Prime 1 a little bit better as far as the pose and everything. It just looked like he is kind of floating. That's the way I like it. But the LBS one here does look pretty good if you kind of like him being in the stance mode and the museum pose, looking heroic and all. And the fact that this one is a sculpted cape version, I kind of do like it, even though Prime 1 does make the sculpted cape version as well, but I kind of like the fabric one to go with the Hush better. The size of the base here, I think the LBS does take a lot less room, as you can see. The theme of the base and the color and everything, I think the LBS is better overall on this one. And the back, I think they both look pretty good, even though it's fabric and you have the stitching of the Superman emblem right there. And just how you post the cape really for the Prime 1 Studio here. But yeah, the LBS does look good with the sculpted cape and the flowing of everything here. The base does looks okay on both. This one has the ivy all over the base in the back here. But again, I still think it does look more elegant with the LBS. Let's check out the head sculpt. Prime 1 Studio has a little wider face overall, but the skin tone, also LBS, is a little bit too yellow. While Prime 1 isn't the best either as the skin tone, but I do like how they sculpted the hair on Prime 1 Studio here, even though it doesn't have any highlights, while the LBS one does have highlights. So it just really depends on which kind of version you like. Also, Prime 1 Studio just give you more of the realistic take, while the LBS one is more comic look to it. Let's get a closer look here at the upper body. For LBS, being a classic, it is a little bit wider and a little bit shorter overall, but you can tell like with the muscle tone and everything. And I kind of like that you can change out the emblem as well on the LBS one. And this one, basically, it has a leaner style body. The details on the suit, the shadowing of the physique, I think it looks good here, even though the shadowing is more of purplish than black. And one thing that we notice is the creases on the suit here. I think LBS does a very good job of it. It just feels more natural overall. While Prime 1 does have the creases as well, but it's not really stand out all that much. It just feels like it is all over the place. The skin tone on the hand, it just gives you more like a glossy, kind of waxy feel to it. So I'm not really a big fan of this. The fist here, it does look a little bit oversized for the figure. The skin tone, again, it is a little bit on the yellow side, and it just doesn't feel so realistic either. The pose in Prime 1, it just feels a little bit elongated, but it does have all of the elements of the muscle tone and everything. It just looks really good here. While LBS is a little bit less in the muscle tone, but it still does have all of the wrinkles on the suit and the patterns and the shadowing in right places. So that's the comparison that I can give you guys. Now it really is come down to what your preference is. For me personally, I like modern style more, so kind of like toward the Prime 1 Studio just because the pose on everything looks like he is floating in midair. But LBS is heroic looking as well, and I kind of like the way that he is looking up right here at Superman of Prime 1. So yeah, really depends on which one you like. I think they both look great. If you are an Alex Ross fan, definitely it's a must-have. All right, guys, that's it for the review of this LBS sample production of the Alex Ross Superman. Overall, I like it more than I anticipated since I am not really an Alex Ross art fan at all. I'm more of the modern Superman type of guy. But seeing this in person, there's a lot of things that I'm very impressed, like the copper color and the base, the storytelling of it. It just looks awesome, man. And the flow of the cape, the heroic stance of it. And I think the Alex Ross head sculpt does look really, it goes really well with this statue here. All right, also the Batman sample production should be done within a month or so, since Jay is trying to do some adjustment to it to make it look perfect as possible. So shout out to Legendary Beast for that. The way that they just, just pay attention to details on every little thing. I really do like that. All right, that's about it, guys. Let me know what you think of this guy down in the comment, and if you think this is a nice piece to pick up, or you're looking to see it in hand. Hopefully the production will be better. Also, the head sculpt here, they will be doing an upgrade on the Alex Ross as well. So hopefully production will look so much better than it is. Also, if you live in Thailand or anywhere else and you want to get this guy, make sure you hit up Statue Brothers. They do pre-orders and also send it worldwide. Make sure you check them out. Of course, this version right here is $15.50 pre-order price, and you get the early bird head sculpt here on the laser eyes. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.